In this video, we are going to see about AWS Lambda. So this is one of the services in your AWS environment that will be required for our deployment purpose. AWS Lambda is a serverless computer service provided by the AWS Amazon Web Services, and its primary purpose is to allow you to run code in the response to events without having to provision or manage servers. Lambda is designed to simplify the process of deploying and running the code, enabling you to focus on writing the code itself and the business logic it implements. So AWS Lambda is like a server in your local system. So whenever you are working in your local system, if you have any applications, you have to connect the applications to the server. Like if you are using Jupyter Notebook, you have to connect it with the server to work with the Jupyter Notebook. Like in your AWS environment, we have Lambda. It's like a server. So it's providing you the serverless computer service. And because it's not required to connect with any external service, because internally we have Lambda. So this is like a service, and then it will enable you to focus on writing the code, and it's used to simplify the process of deploying and running the code easily. Okay, so it is used to simplify the process of deploying and running the code because it's not required to maintain any servers, and also it will reduce the maintenance cost of the servers. So if you are maintaining a servers, it requires some maintenance cost, and we are going to reduce the maintenance cost, and we are going to pay whatever the resources we are using. So whatever the computer resources we are using, we are going to pay for that. That is one of the big advantages of using the AWS Lambda. And AWS Lambda provides serverless compute. So serverless compute, where you can upload your code and it automatically scales and runs in the response to the events, charging only for the time your code executes. So they are going to charge only for the time your code executes. And this simplifies the development and eliminates the server management. So the server management is one of the biggest thing. We have to maintain a lot of things for the server management. And if you are using the AWS Lambda, we are going to totally avoid the server management. And this is one of the big advantage. And then you are going to pay for the time you are executing the code. So other than that, we are not going to pay anything. So running code in response to events, auto scaling computer resources, and then charging only for the actual execution time. So it helps you for auto scaling the computer resources. That means if you are using based on your code, sometimes it will require the high computation resource, sometimes it will require the low computation resource. So based on the requirements, it is going to scale up and scale down your resources that you are using. So that is one of the big specialty of using the AWS Lambda. So based on the computer resources you are working, you are going to pay for that time. So they are going to charge only for the actual execution time. And eliminate the server management by abstracting infrastructure, making it easy to build event-driven applications without provisioning servers, because we are not going to maintain any servers. So if you are having a server, you have to maintain it continuously, and the maintenance cost is will also be there. But if you go with AWS Lambda, there is no requirement for maintaining the servers. So we are going to skip the server maintenance. So one thing is server maintenance is not there, and also we are going to, it will be used for auto scaling, and after that you are going to pay for that only we are using. So what are the resources you are using, you are going to pay for that. These are the advantages of using the AWS Lambda. Thank you, everyone.